Hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Vots, and these are the HMX Cloud V2 switches from HMX. And for today, I'm going to share my quick thoughts on them. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Now, before I start the video, I just want to say that these switches were sent to me by no one. Yeah, I actually bought them for myself. So, all the things I'm about to say, it's going to be my honest opinions. Now, first off, I had such a great experience with the Cloud V1 before, and it was actually the first HMX switch that I've ever tried. And boy, do they slap. The Cloud V1 was pretty much my introduction with HMX switches, and that's also a reason why the Cloud holds a special place in my heart. Now, in terms of color, the HMX Cloud V2 has a mixture of cloudy white and sky blue, which basically represents the perfect weather. Lol. They look awesome, by the way, and of course you're not going to see them once you put on the keycaps, but I still appreciate the theme color that they went with. Now, the HMX Cloud V2 consists of the following components: PA12 top housing, PA2 bottom housing, LY stem, 22mm single stage extended spring, 18mm for the 63 grams option, and with the travel distance of 3.5mm. There are three options for the spring weight. You can choose between 43, 53, and 63 grams. These are all bottom mount force, by the way. I decided to go with the 53, which is like the sweet spot for me. Now, 63 would be perfect, but they were not available around my local vendors, so yeah, 53 it is. The HMX Cloud V2 is manufactured by HMX and now using a new mold that they called L4. Based on the description on the Unikeys website, the new mold makes them smoother and feels less tight. They're likely the most comfortable HMX switches to type on so far, and I can justify for that. Compared to the V1, the V2 feels way smoother and has way less stem wobble. And what I found about the new mold that HMX implemented is that it produces a slightly deeper sound, but still keeps the signature clacky and high-pitched characters that you would find on most HMX switches. Volume-wise, I'd personally say that the Cloud V2 is quite a bit louder than the V1, but still they're not too harsh nor too thin when bottom out. And sound-wise, for me the V2 sounds cleaner and fuller as well. And I think that's the result of the new mold, because like both the V1 and V2 use the exact same materials. And I also noticed just a tiny bit of scratchiness. Not that noticeable, but you can still hear it if you listen closely, which is a good thing for me, by the way. I love the scratch. Now, when comparing it to another HMX switch, like, the famous HMX Sinhai, the Cloud V2 is noticeably louder, but not as high-pitched as the Sinhai. And what I like about the Cloud is that they sound way fuller than the Sinhai, which is perfect for my personal preference. I love a full, clacky sound. If I have to choose between the Cloud and the Sinhai, I'd go with the Cloud. The Cloud V2 switches are great stock too, by the way. I mean, like, you can just use them right out of the box without the hassle of like cleaning and re-looping them. Unlike KeyGeek, or should I say CumGeek. Now, I had my fair shares with some KeyGeek switches, and they honestly sound amazing, but they are terrible stock. And how terrible? Let's just say that they are very generous with the amount of pre-loop they put into their switches. HMX is also known for producing not just great sounding switches, but also great out of the box experience. Well, for most cases, still better than KeyGeek though. I remember with the stock V1, or at least with my batch, the pre-loop is good, but rather inconsistent. Well, the majority is fine, but just as some switches were still slightly overlooped, and over time the pre-loop would drip down the stem pole and into the hole of the bottom housing, which results in a very mushy sound and feel. At the end, I had to open them up and wipe off the pre-loop a little bit. It's not too big of a problem, but it is still pretty inconvenient. Here with the V2, it looks like this time they used a thinner amount of pre-loop, and it is much more consistent overall. I did open them up to see, just like picking random ones, and this time they did it better. And I've been using my batch for more than a week now, and have not yet found any switches that were overlooped or become mushy. So yeah, it is safe to say that the pre-loop on the V2 is better and more thorough than the V1. Or maybe I'm just lucky, who knows. Now, in general, these switches give a very satisfying sound and feel. It gives you this OG clack from HMX, though they might sound too sharp when pairing with a stiffer plate material like alu or carbon fiber. Now I tested these out on the PP plate or polypropylene, and boy, they sound hella good. They sound not too sharp with a little bit of softer bottom mount, which is very well balanced for me. I've been glazing over the PP plate lately since I heard so many good things about it, and I never got a chance to try it. And when I got my Neo 60 core, it's also the first time that I tried the PP plate. The PP plate is great. Having HMX switches on it, it still keeps the clack but has a fuller bottom out sound, which is like. Now, one more thing to note, that the Cloud V2 now comes with a RGB diffuser. If you're into RGB, then I think it's a great add-on. But for me, I don't prefer RGB on my keyboard. And if my keyboard has RGB, then I usually just turn them off. So adding the RGB diffuser doesn't do much for me. But for you guys who are into RGB, then I think that is a great touch from HMX. Okay, so I think that's enough of me yapping. I'm going to leave you guys with the sound test on two configurations, no foam and with foam. For the no foam config, I'm going to be using the Neo 60 core with PP plate, GMK keycaps, and without any foam. And for the foam config, I'm going to be using the Lucky 65 V2 with FR4 plate, Cherry PPT die sub keycaps with all foams installed, which are the plate foam, the PE foam, and 2 layers of case foam. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I'll be seeing you in the future videos. Take care, stay frosty. Bye bye.